Alright, this is the DDO Risia ice jumping tutorial for people with really high skills and good buffs who keep overshooting or just for some reason can't do it. Well, give yourself a jump buff, give yourself greater heroism, probably Bull's strength because you get another jump buff off of that, and why not Merfolk's blessing. Now you want to go down it diagonally, jump as late as possible, and look at this, I'm coming in just perfect. Now, wouldn't it be nice if they all worked like this? Usually they don't, where you just land it nicely. This is usually how they go. You jump, you're way going to overshoot it, so you stop holding forward and just kind of drop, but then, oh my gosh, I'm overshooting the platform. So if you just face planted the lighthouse, this is how you do it. Alright, I'm switching to super slow-mo here so I can explain this. First, make sure you have your aerodynamic pumpkin head on. That makes a big difference. But you might have noticed that I was doing a little bit of a modified launch here. You just jump over here, land on the jump, and no matter which way you do it, go diagonally, corner to corner, because then you get the most speed. And then jump as late as possible. You know, it even looks like I jumped after I went off the ramp, but that's just because of the little server delays. So make sure you just get used to really jumping late. Now, what you need to do is if you're about to overshoot the jump, hold A and S to stall in midair. So, well, that's assuming you're using AWSD, of course. So I'll demonstrate it on this one here. Jumped pretty late. Actually, if you jump earlier, you don't need to stall because you won't go as far. So I'm floating, and then I stall by holding A and S. So I'm just floating in midair, and then when you start sinking, hold W, which is the forward key, to land it. And it's as easy as that. Alright, so once you're parked in the corner safely, just swing around here. And you want to kind of either let yourself go off the jump and then hold forward, or just tap forward, but don't hold forward from the flat surface to the jump. It doesn't work because you have that little hiccup there. Then you want to land as high up on that ramp as possible and leave as late as possible. And ta-da! So the jumping is really critical. You have to time it perfectly. Now here's what happens if you totally screw up. I clipped the top of the ramp, got some air, and now I don't have the air to reach it. So I real quick flip around the camera, go back up, try it again. And that time I didn't have the speed either, and you'll be able to tell after a while if you're going to make it or not. And this time I'll make it. There we go. So you can recover it and not go all the way back to the top of the harbor. Now, just to go back to my point from before, this is what happens if you do it completely wrong. You're standing on the flat edge and then you just hold forward. Now, see, my feet only touch a ramp about halfway down, and the amount of speed that you get is calculated by how long your feet touch the ramp as far as distance goes, which is why you should always jump diagonally. But, yeah, I'm not going to make it this time. On the other hand, if you just sort of creep up and then let yourself fall right here and then hold forward, then you're good. And this one I'll make it with more than enough height. So if you find yourself being short all the time, just remember, do it diagonally. Make sure you aren't holding forward and getting a little hop in there, because every time your feet leave the ice, it resets the amount of speed that you have. So you see I make this one perfectly. Ta-da! And just to prove how effective it is, I'll show you a purposely overshot jump with the sickest air stall ever done. Check this out. Boom! Stop it right there. So you can recover basically any jump at any level.